Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of Art and Culture, part third. In today's session, we are going to see what are the topics left behind and what are the type of questions we can expect in our upcoming exams. So let's start and see. Before we start, the images, text and other materials used in our presentations are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners. If you are the owner and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the same. Languages in India. So the topic we are discussing today is starting with languages. So let's start. Language is a mode of communication using speech, a collection of sounds that have the same meaning for a set of people. A language family includes those languages which are related to a common ancestor, and dialect is a form of language spoken in a local area. Language group indigenous to the Indian subcontinent are. So basically, I hope you are able to understand that what is a language. So language is a base of communication using speech, sounds, and some set of people basically using the same meaning. So that is basically called a language, and they are basically started by our ancestors, and we are basically using them. So Indo-Aryan group of languages. So old Indo-Aryan group. This group developed around 1500 BC. Sanskrit was born out of this group. Sanskrit is the mother of many Indian languages. Even Upanishad, Veds, and Purans are all written in Sanskrit. So that is a type of language that is being used. So old Indo-Aryan group is a type of language. So the most famous among them all is Sanskrit. So according to the historians, so it was created by the Indo-Aryan people, that are the Vedic people or the Aryans people. And sometimes also the Sanskrit is also termed as an Indo-European language as well. Middle Indo-Aryan group. It developed around 600 to 1000 BC, along with the starting of the development of Prakrit. Prakrit is a language that is majorly found in Jain religion. All Middle Indo-Aryan groups of all languages such as Ardha, Magdi, Pali, etc. are clubbed into Prakrit. Prakrit was associated with common people. Prakrit and Ardha Magdi languages used in the Jain Agams. So in Agams basically is the language that is used as a confluence of Prakrit and Ardha Magdi as well. And majorly the Prakrit language is associated with the Jain texts, whereas Pali is associated with the Buddhist texts. Prakrit includes the following languages. Pali, widely spoken in Magad, closely related to Sanskrit, written in Brahmi script. Brahmi is a very famous script in which is being used majorly in the Ashokan edicts, that is the rock edicts, and three Pitaka of Buddhism were written in Pali, as I was saying. So Pali is the language that you can associate with Buddhism. Then Ardh Magdi or Magdi. Buddha delivered their preaching in this language, court language of Mauryan dynasty, later evolved in languages of eastern India, such as Assamese, Bengali, etc. Then used for writing dramas in medieval India, also referred to as dramatic Sanskrit, mostly used by Jain monks. Jain text Shat Khandgam is written in this language. So it is another form of language in which the dramas majorly written in medieval India. Then Maharashtri Prakrit, spoken till 9th century, predecessor of Marathi and Konkani. So from now onwards, remember that Maharashtri Prakrit is a type of language which was a predecessor of Marathi and Konkani language. Konkani is a type of language that is majorly, you can see, present in the coast of Maharashtra and Goa. Other than that, remember one more thing, that Konkani was also added later into the official language of India, that is Schedule 8. Official language of the Satavahan dynasty widely used in western and southern India. So Marathi and Konkani were also the official languages of Satavahans. Ilu, ancient form of modern Sinhala language of Sri Lanka and is similar to Pali because a lot of Buddhist expansions or Buddhist basically propagandas at that time were sent to Sri Lanka as well. So kind of similarity will be fine. Paishachi, referred to as Bhuta Bhasha or dead language, regarded as Prakrit. So it is also related to Prakrit form. Modern Indo-Aryan group. Languages belonging to this group are Hindi, Bengali, Marathi, Assamese, Gujarati, Punjabi, Rajasthani, Sindhi, Odia, Urdu, etc. Developed after 1000 AD. So all these languages were developed after 1000 AD, and these are called a modern Indo-Aryan language or Indo-Aryan groups. Dravidian group of languages, very important. It is usually spoken in the southern part of India. There are mainly three groups under it. Northern group, Brahui, Malto and Kurukh are three languages in this. Central group consists 11 languages, namely Gondi, Khond, Kui, Manda, Parji, Gadaba, Kolami, Pengo, Naiki, Kuvi and Telugu. Southern group, Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, Tulu, Kodagu, Toda and Kota belong to this group. Malayalam, smallest and youngest Dravidian language. Then Tamil, oldest Dravidian language. And Telugu, most spoken Dravidian language that you can find. Telugu is basically found in Andhra Pradesh region, and Tamil we all know is a part of Tamil Nadu, whereas Malayalam is basically the part of Kerala. So all these three different type of languages are being used in these different areas, and they are the part of Dravidian group of language. Dravidian are the people who belong to the Indus Valley civilization, and the language or script of Indus Valley civilization was known as Bostrofodon, but that language has not been decoded so far. Languages in this group belong to Mongoloid family, that is we are talking about the Sino-Tibetan group of languages, and spoken all over the Himalayas. So that is very simple. So Sino-Tibetan group of languages, and they are spoken in all over the Himalayas, North Bengal, Assam and Northeast. These languages are considered to be older than the Indo-Aryan languages. This group is divided into following. Tibeto-Burmese, that is Methi or Manipuri, is an important language. Siamese Chinese, Ahom, is an important language. Represents language of Munda or Kol group and spoken in central, eastern and northeastern India. They are called Nishads in ancient Sanskrit literature. Important languages Khasi and Santhali. Except these, all other languages of this group are endangered. So if we talk about the Austric group of languages, so these are some of the Austric group of languages that are spoken in these particular areas. Then official languages of India. So Article 343 Clause 1 of the Indian Constitution declares that the official languages or language of the Union shall be Hindi in Devanagari script. For Sanskrit, there is a special status mentioned in Article 351, whereby Sanskrit was given a position of the primary source language for many languages including Hindi. So do remember that for first 15 years English was made the official language, but after 15 years basically there was an amendment that was done, and along with English, Hindi was also added as an official language. So under Article 343 basically two languages are being used in India, majorly English and Hindi for official purpose. The Official Language Act 1963 declares that Hindi in Devanagari script will be the official language of the Union. English has been given the status of subsidiary official language of the Union, because when the Hindi was to be given this official language status, so most of the states in South India, they said that this is injustice and this is not true, and we particularly want English as well. So at that time, English was also made a subsidiary official language. The 8th schedule of the Constitution include 22 languages, and India does not have a national language. Remember that. States are free to adopt an official language. States can adopt languages other than listed in the 8th schedule. English is not in the list of 22 languages. Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland are the only states that have English as their only official language. Remember that English is not a part of 22 languages that are listed in 8th schedule. Criteria for classical languages in India. So Government of India currently follows the following criteria to determine the eligibility of language to be considered for classification as classical language. High antiquity of its early texts, recorded history over a period of 1500 to 2000 years. A body of ancient literature texts which is considered a valuable heritage by a generation of speakers. The literary tradition should be original and not borrowed from another speech community. The classical language and literature being distinct from modern, there may also be a discontinuity between the classical language and its later form of or its offshoots. So that is the criteria for a classical language in India, that how a particular language has been declared a classical language. So on the basis of all these things, a particular language can be declared. Indo-Aryan group of languages. Currently there are 6 classical languages. First is Tamil since 2004, Sanskrit since 2005, Telugu since 2008, Kannada since 2008, Malayalam since 2013, and Odia since 2014. So these are some of the classical languages that are basically found in India and have been declared so far. Ancient scripts of India. The system of writing or orthography is called script. 2 ancient scripts of India are Brahmi and Kharosthi script. Brahmi is that script which Brahmi and Kharosthi are also the most oldest scripts, and most of the Ashokan edicts are found in these languages. They are majorly found in 4 different languages: Brahmi, Kharosthi, Aramic and Greek. But if we talk about Brahmi, so Brahmi is that particular language or script in which most of the edicts are found. Later, this Brahmi script was decoded by James Prinsep. Some important ancient scripts of India are Indus script. It is the collection of symbols produced by the people of the Indus Valley civilization and are extremely short scripts, also known as Bostrophodon. Then Brahmi script. It is the oldest writing system used in the Indian subcontinent, as I was saying, and in Central Asia, and is the mother of all scripts. It is present in rock-cut edicts of Ashok and is usually written from left to right in Abugida. Then Gupta script. It belongs to the Gupta Empire and was used to write Sanskrit, which came from Brahmi script. Ancient scripts of India. Kharosthi script, 3rd century BC to 3rd century AD. It is an ancient script used in the Gandhar region, Afghanistan and Pakistan, and is a sister script of Brahmi, written in Abugida. It is mostly written from right to left. Kadamba script, 4th to 6th centuries. It developed from Brahmi script. Kannada and Telugu script evolved from this script. Vateluttu script. It is Abugida writing system which originated in South India and developed from Tamil Brahmi to write Granthi or Pallav alphabet and Tamil script. Then Granth script, 6th to 20th centuries. It was used by Tamil speakers to write Sanskrit and classical language. Mani Pravalam and Malayalam script evolved from this script, emerged around 1400s. Then Sarda or Sharda script, 8th century. It was used for writing Sanskrit and Kashmiri. Then Gurumukhi script, it developed from Sarda script and was standardized in the 16th century. Guru Granth Sahib is written in this script. Then Devanagari script, another one. It is Abugida alphabet of Nepal and India, which is written from left to right. Abugida writing system around the 10th century CE. Hindi, Marathi, Nepali, Konkani, Pali, Bodo, Sindhi, and Mathili is written in this script. So basically, Abugida is a type of making the alphabets. Okay, and Devanagari script is related to all these type of scripts. Then Modi scripts, 16th to 17th century. Till the 20th century, it was used to write the Marathi language. Now Marathi is written based on Balbodh style of the Devanagari script. Urdu script. It is written from right to left and is a modification of the Persian alphabet. Its extended form. It is also known as Shahamukhi script. Kathi script. It was widely used in parts of northern and eastern India for writing legal, administrative, and private records during the Mughals. So these are different type of ancient scripts so far have been introduced in India. Now religions in India. So Indian subcontinent 16th to mid 20th century has a variety of religions that are followed by the diverse population residing in this region. Some of them are Hinduism. It is derived from the word Hindu, which depicts people living around the river Indus. The basic principles of Hinduism are derived from pre-Vedic and Vedic philosophies. There are 4 sects under Hinduism are. First is Vaishnavism. Guptas were the follower of Vaishnavism. Basically, followers of Vaishnavism consider Vishnu or as Supreme Lord, as the name depicts. Important sects under it are Varkari Panthi, Ramnandi Sampradaya, Brahm Sampradaya, Pushti Marg Sampradaya, and Nimbark Sampradaya. Then Shaivism. It considers Shiva as Supreme Lord and originated before Vaishnavism. Important sects under it are Nath Panthi, Lingyatism, Dashnami Sannyasis, Agoris, Siddhas. Shaktism, feminine power or Devi goddess is considered as supreme. Smartism, it is based on the teachings of Purans and followers believe in worship of 5 deities: Shiv, Shakti, Ganesh, Vishnu, and Surya. So there are 4 different sects in Hinduism, and Vaishnavism, Shaivism, Shaktism, and Smartism. And if we talk about Hindu, so Hindu word basically comes from the Persians, as they started saying Sindhu as Hindu. So that is the thing, that is why Hindu word comes. Then Makhali Gosal, very important, in 5th century BC founded this school, that is Ajivaks we are talking about, and Bindusar, remember, was the king who adopted Ajivaks. This school believes in Niyati, that is fate doctrine, which means that whatever is happening in your life has already been written and you cannot do anything about it. So that is called Niyati. There is no free will and everything is pre-decided. Hence it did not believe in karma. It is based on the theory of atoms, opposed Buddhism, Jainism, and were atheists, rejected the authority of Vedas, and believed in existence of the soul in the material form. Bindusar was its follower. He was the second king in Mauryan Empire. Ajivikas are mentioned in Ashoka's 7th pillar edict. So Chandragupta Maurya was the follower of Jainism, Bindusar was the follower of Ajivikas, and Ashok was the follower of Buddhism. Then Ajnans. This school believed in radical skepticism. It is impossible to attain knowledge about nature and ignorance is best. So they are all skeptic and they are called Ajnans. It was a rival of Jainism and Buddhism. And then come the Islam. Islam origin can be traced back to the 7th century AD, that is around 622 AD, to be significant. It believes in monotheism, the day of judgment, submission to God. Ramzan month and Eid are major festivals of Islam. Then Christianity. It is India's third largest religion that believes in only one God, and its sacred text is Bible. Bible consists of Old Testament and a New Testament. And Sikhism, if we talk about, Guru Nanak was against the social order, and he believed that the ultimate purpose of human existence was salvation, which can be achieved by right belief, right worship, and right conduct. He said there is no need to leave home to attain salvation. Khalsa was founded by Guru Gobind Singh, and Khalsa Sikh had to wear 5 Ks, that is Kacha, Kesh, Kanga, Kirpan, and Kada. Baptized Sikh men are called Singh and women as Kaur. So these are some of the things related to Sikhism as well and Christianity. Then very important one, Zoroastrianism. This religion originated in Persia around 6th to 7th century BCE and is a monotheist religion and that believes in one god, Ahura Mazda, Angra Mainyu, the spirit of malice and bad behavior. Followers known as Parsis and Iranis. Jain Avastha, sacred text, is a very important book related to Zoroastrianism, and it is quite similar to Rigved. That is one of the proof or one of the type of evidence that the Aryans were from Central Asia as well. And Ahuna Varu, sacred chants, worship fire and consider fire and earth as sacred elements. Only Zoroastrian open space in India is Tower of Silence in Mumbai, where they perform Dakma Nashini. Judaism believes in one Yah, one true God. Followers are called Jews. Religious book is Torah. Talmud refers to brief history of Jews. Synagogues is their place of worship. 5 major communities of this Judaism are Kokanese, Malayalam speaking. Bene Israel, the children of Israel, is the largest Jew community in India, Marathi speaking. Baghdadi Jews and Bnei Manasseh, children of Manasseh, also known as Manipuri Jews. Bene Ephraim, small group of Telugu speaking. Then let's talk about Buddhism and Jainism. Buddhism, it was originated by Siddhartha, who also came to be known as Buddha. It is world's 4th largest religion in India. The majority of Buddhists live in Maharashtra. Buddha's teachings were compiled into 3 Pitaks. Vinay Pitak, Sut Pitak, Abhidhamma Pitak were combined into 3 Pitaks. All were written in Pali language. Vinay Pitak tells about the rules and regulations of Buddhism, Sangh. Sut Pitak tells about the sermons of Gautam Buddha and some other monks as well. And Abhidhamma Pitak tells about the philosophy of Buddhism. Reason for rise. Domination of Brahmanas, easy to understand. Textual sources. Canonical, directly related to Gautam Buddha, such as Tripitak. Non-canonical, comments and observation on canonical texts, not saying of Buddha. Philosophy, 4 major noble truths: truth of suffering, truth of the origin of suffering, truth of end of suffering, truth of the path to end the suffering. Rejected the authority of Vedas, rejects the concept of soul, believes in the middle path. So all these are the different type of things related to the Buddhism. Then 8 noble path It is related to Buddhism. Right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right meditation, right thoughts, and right understanding. We already talked about it in the chapter of Buddhism. They are also called Ashtangic Marg. Then sects under Buddhism. Hinyan, lesser vehicle, orthodox school, follower of the original preachings of Buddha, do not believe in idol worshipping or image worship, believe in individual salvation and attaining nirvana. Used Pali language, Ashok was its follower. So, if we talk about the Hinyan, so Hinyan was the original teaching. In the fourth council of Buddhism, the Buddhism was basically divided into two sectors, Hinyan and Mahayan. So, Hinyan are those who believed in the original teachings of Gautam Buddha and they do not do idol worshipping. Then Mahayan, greater vehicle, believes in Buddhist Sattva, also called Buddhist Sattvayana, believes in idol image worship. The concept of Buddhist Sattva led to the Mahayan Buddhism, believed in universal salvation, used Sanskrit language, Lotus Sutra and Mahavamsa are important texts. Kanishk was its follower. So that was basically the Mahayan. Then Buddhist refers to the one who has a compassionate mind to attain Buddhahood. Important. Buddhists are Avalokitesvara, Vajrapani, Manjusri, Samantabhadra, Siti Garbha, Maitreya, Future Buddha and Tara. Theravada, school of elder monks, use Pali language. The successor of Hinyan school believes in 7 stage of purification. The ultimate goal is to end off kleshas, concept of Vibha Javada, that is teaching of analysis. Then Vajrayana, influenced by Hinduism, also known as Tantric Buddhism, based on Mahayan Buddhist philosophy. Main deity is Tara, a lady. So these are some of the different aspects of Buddhism and the major are Hinyan and Mahayan. Now let's talk about Jainism as well. So Mahavir was the 24th Tirthankar but not the founder of Jainism. The founder of Jainism was Rishabdev or Rishabnath. Jainism rejected the authority of Veds. It believes in the existence of soul. Remember, Buddhism did not believe in the existence of soul. They believe in Anatma. Salekhana and Pratikramana are the popular practices under Jainism. Philosophy believes in path of right belief, right knowledge and right conduct to achieve salvation. 5 constraints required to follow are non-violence, truthfulness, non-stealing, non-acquisition or chaste living. So these are some of the philosophies that are basically famous in Jainism. Then sects under Jainism. Digambars, monks do not wear cloths. Arikas wear unstitched cloths. They follow all 5 constraints. Believes that women cannot be Tirthankars. Rules are more rigid. Sects under Digambars are Gumna Panth, Bispanthi, Terapanthi and Taranpanthi, Totapanthi. So these are some of the different type of panths under Digambars and basically Digambars are those who do not wear any type of clothes. Then Shwetambars, as the name suggests, believes in only 4 restraints to attain Kaivalya and also they wear white clothes. Wear simple clothing, man and woman both can be Tirthankars. Rules are less rigid than Digambars. Sect under Shwetambars are Sthana Kavasi, Deravasi and Terapanthi. Then Veds, if we talk about, means knowledge, teaches people to live life. Language is in symbol and myths. Preach Vasudeva Kutumbakam. And that means the whole world is my family. So that is related to Veds and Veds are basically the part of Hinduism. 4 Veds are Rigved, Yajurved, Samved and Atharvaved. All of the Ved emphasize yajna, that is sacrifice. Each Ved is accompanied by the Brahmanas, Upanishads, and Aranyaks. All literatures that we are learning about here, we already talked about it earlier in the ancient history part. Types of Vedic literature. Shruti literature means to hear and Smriti literature means to remember. And Rigved, oldest of all Veds, focuses on worldly prosperity and natural beauty. Divided into 10 books known as mandals, majority of the hymns are about life, death, creation, sacrifice, and seeking godly pleasure. Indra is the chief deity. Several hymns dedicated to female goddesses as well as example Usha, Vak, etc. Literature in ancient India. Atharva Ved, also known as Brahm Ved, concerned with the peace and prosperity of human society, includes all aspects of a man's daily life, focuses on the treatment of various ailments, concerned with healing and black and white magic. Two different revisions, Peplada and Sonakya. So these are some of the different type of particular things that are found in Atharva Ved. Yajurved focuses on the rites and mantras of various type of sacrifices. So Yajurved is basically dedicated to sacrifices. A ritual Ved serving as a guide book for priests for conducting sacrifice rituals. Two different divisions, Shukla, that is Vajasneyi, and Krishna, that is Taittiriya. And most of the time these two different parts of Yajurved have been asked so many times in exams. Then Samved, derived from Saman, melody, focus on melody or songs, known as the Book of Chants, help trace the history of Indian music. Brahmanas, part of Shruti literature, a mix of legends, facts, philosophy, and in-depth explanation of Vedic rituals, include instructions on how to properly perform rituals and explain the science of sacrifice. Then Aranyaks. Aranyak means the forest, related to the Ved that describe the Vedic rituals and sacrifice from various perspectives, deals with the ritualistic information on the birth and death cycles, and also tells the people who are living still in forest about the Veds. Then Upanishads, derived from Upanishad, that means to sit down near someone, also known as Vedant, contain the truth about human life and point the way to salvation or moksha. Motto Satyame Jayate is taken from Mundak Upanishad. Total number of Upanishads are 108. Then Buddhist literature. Prakrit and Pali were the post-Vedic languages spoken by Indians. Buddhist literature were written in Pali. Tripitaks. The canonical literature of Buddhists consists of three Pitaks written in Pali. Different Pitaks are Vinay Pitak, deals with rules and regulations to be followed by monks. Sut Pitak contain dialogues and speeches of Buddha that deals with morality and righteous dharma. Abhidham Pitak focuses on philosophy and metaphysics. And Jataks. Jataks are the Jatak literature of folk tales of Gautam Buddha about his 547 birth that he took before became Gautam Buddha. So Jatak are Buddhist non-canonical literature. Jatak contains stories of previous birth of Buddha, Buddhistva or the future. The rise of Mayan Buddhism included Sanskrit literature in Buddhism, that is Buddha Charitra by Ashwa Ghosh. Jain literature written in Prakrit and Ardh Magdi languages. Along with other languages, the teachings of Tirthankars before Mahavir are known as Purva. Jain literature is called Jain Agams. They are canonical texts of Jainism based on Mahavir's teaching between 9th to 12th century AD. Jain monks extensively used Kannada. That's it in this session. I hope you learned a lot of things related to the languages of different sectors of India. I will meet you in the next session and we will discuss more on this topic. And till the time we meet, bye bye. Take care everyone and see you soon.